I am a big believer of, if we get to a point where we're letting the lawyers rule the world, the lawyers will rule the world. If you take a look at Maple Leaf Foods and the listeriosis. Does anybody know this thing? Okay, Maple Leaf Foods, a decade ago, a little bit more than a decade ago, can't remember exactly what it was, had a major listeriosis scare. People died. Okay? People ate tainted meat. People died. What saved Maple Leaf Foods was the president and CEO, McCain, stood in front of the camera day after day after day after day after day, telling people what had gone on, what they were doing, what they were going to continue to do, and how they were fixing the problem. People died. And the brand is as strong today, if not stronger than it was before this happened.
So let's say, I'll give a personal question, like also use a corporate example. You want to change a certain facet of your personal brand.
Yes.
How do you go about doing it? Let's say, for example, all well-to-known Uber, or I think it was Uber that's been in the news for being so, anti-diverse and whatever. So if that's your brand, or if you have a certain way that people see you, how do you change, even if it's a small facet of it, what process do you go through changing that? Because people might say, oh, she's being like this, or he's being like this because of X, Y, Z, and that's not your true self. Whereas maybe you're bringing up a certain part of yourself that was maybe hidden, or you didn't bring out most of the time, and now you're bringing it out.
Yeah. Brand change and brand realignment takes time. You can put out a fancy campaign, you can change the conversation, but it takes time for people to believe it. If I say that I have phenomenal customer service and it takes you half an hour every single time to get through to one of my operators on the phone, do I really have great customer service? It may take time. I want to have great customer service. It's important to me. It's interesting, then you do it. And you realize, what are the holes that are keeping my company from having great customer service? And you fill them. And you fix it. And it takes time. And people will believe it when they see it. Words are words. Actions are actions. And it takes time for people to change perception. And some people won't change perception. We've had companies where we've had to change the name of the company and actually go through an entire rebrand, disassociate ourselves from the old brand, build something brand new, change the entire direction that they were going in, because guess what? The old brand was just perceived a certain way that just was not the direction that they want to go in going forward. And that sometimes is what has to happen, and that takes time. And those are the things that take time, they take money, they take energy, and they take the responsibility of everybody within the company to be part of that. Because if you say you're changing the brand, and if your people inside the company still think and act the way the old company did, you're still the old company. So there's a perfect example is Pacific Coastal Airlines. Pacific Coastal Airlines went through a rebrand 8 years ago. And what they did is they they have 75 different locations across BC. And what they did is the president and his brother and their marketing team, who is actually a friend of mine, flew to every single location and told the story themselves to every single employee of the company. So nobody was hearing about it secondhand. Everybody got to talk to the president. Everybody got to see the videos firsthand. Everybody got to ask as many questions as they wanted about what's the direction that you're going in. Because that's the only way you're going to get people to start telling the new story. You got to get rid of the old brand. You got to get the new brand out there and do that. A lot of you guys aren't old enough to remember when BC Tel became TELUS. When BC Tel became TELUS, You walk down the street one day and everything said BC Tel on it. You walk down the street the next day and everything said TELUS. It was the most incredible thing, and they did that across Canada. The logistics team that they had in order to do that, and I did something similar for Canadian Airlines years ago, is immense. The planning is upwards of 2 years to do something like that. But that was just, it was just, everything's gone. Let's start again. And telling a brand new story and brand new marketing and brand new advertising and brand new promotional products, brand new letterhead, business cards. Everything showed up that morning with the new logo. And it's not just the logo, it's the story behind the logo. And that's far more important.